So why are you hiring the wrong person? Let's face it, in practice or in any business, there's always going to be turnovers where people are leaving our businesses or our practice due to a firing, or they just happen to be leaving for whatever reason, or they just weren't a right fit. And I want to talk about the one mistake that most people make when it comes to hiring their staff member or the new team member. The problem is when someone leaves in most practices is that we are hiring in desperation. It will actually force us to be in a very high likely position or percentage to hire the wrong staff. Now, on top of that, most chiropractors don't like firing their staff. How can we prevent this? Well, I think there's a couple of things in scenario that I think you should consider. And one of the things that I learned from a good friend of mine, Randy Kelly, who used to be a former Navy SEAL sniper. And as we all know, Navy SEALs are one of the most highly elite performing teams in the world. What's the one thing that helps someone to move towards to become a Navy SEAL? How do they get through Navy SEAL training? And one of the things that he said to me was this. He said, a lot of people who apply to go to Navy SEALs are people who are like athletes, top of their class in terms of their physicality and their skills and their performance. And those people are the first one to ring the bell. And when they ring the bell, they're out of the program. They're the one who quits. And that's the thing. The most talented, most gifted athletes are the ones that first quit. Why? It's because the Navy SEAL isn't built on just purely on performance. Navy SEALs are built on trust. That they are looking for people who want someone to win as a team. Simon Sinek talked about and put it on this great graph. Now, let me try to draw this out for you so you can actually get some context. On one axis is about performance. So it's low performance, high performance. And then on this axis is trust, and low trust and high trust. So you think about this axis, X and Y axis. What we want to see is we obviously want to see high performance and high trust. I mean, that's a given. But the problem is that what do we do with the high performer, right? Someone who's really skilled at what they do, but have low trust. Versus someone who got high trust, but maybe medium performance. When we're hiring, we're typically hiring for the best person in that skill set or the performance or what you need them to do. That's the wrong thing to look at. What I coach my clients to always do is never hire for skill, because skill can be always taught. Skill can be taught in any realm, whether it be computer skills or skill to book appointments or whatever. But what you can't teach is their ability for you to trust them. And the first question I always ask is the first level of hiring for me is the one question: does this person fit our culture? Because if he or she does not fit our culture and the way we run things, they shouldn't be considered at all. And I don't care how skillful they are in their particular position. Because you are building a team for the long term, not the short term. And the biggest mistake most people are making is they're looking for short-term gains, because that's what happens in desperation. But you got to think long-term. The long-term play here is that you got to think about 1 to 2 years, 3 years when this staff member is there over a long period of time. Are they going to fit into the culture we already have in this building or in this bus or in this practice or in this business? If they don't, you need to let them go. And you got to have the ability as a leader to be able to let go of people that don't fit your culture and despite that they mean high performance, and stop measuring high performance, because those are the things we can measure all the time, whether they're performing something and you bonus them, but we never think about how can we measure high trust, high value, high culture, and what they mean to the team. Focus their energy on high trust versus high performance, high trust and high culture fits, rather than looking for their skill set. Obviously, they have to have a minimum standard of skills. I'm not suggesting you should hire high trust with no skills, but what we're looking for is high trust with at least minimum skills for that particular job, and you can train them up over time to get them elevated to the performance. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, that subscribe button, you should press it. And because I want to share videos with you just like this one to help you grow your practice.